In a world increasingly defined by interconnectedness, faith remains a powerful force. Today, we explore the intricate relationship between the religion and globalization, examining the opportunities and challenges it presents to diverse communities. A pleasant afternoon, everyone. I am Nina Rixi Fidelia, and allow me to introduce you all to our new lesson for today, entitled Globalization of Religion. Our lesson objectives for today are: at the end of this lesson, we should be able to first revisit concept of religion. Second is explain how globalization affects religious practices and belief. Lastly, third, analyze the relationship between religion, global conflict, and local religious belief. Let us define first what is religion. So before we delve into the definition, let's briefly introduce Emily Durkheim, a pioneering sociologist. So Durkheim explored the social aspects of human life. In 1912, he provided a compelling definition of religion as a unified system of belief and practice related to faith, the sacred, and higher moral values. So in simple terms, religion is religious practices often involve forms of worship such as prayers, rituals, ceremonies, and offerings. In 2010, the global religious landscape showcased remarkable diversity among major religious groups. Christianity stood out as the largest, representing 31.5% of global population. The second largest groups, Muslims, comprise 23.2% of the global population. The unaffiliated category, encompassing atheists, agnostics, and secular individuals, constituted 16.3% of the global population. Hinduism, with 15.0% of global population, emerged as a major religion primarily concentrated in South Asia. Buddhists accounted for 7.1% of the global population in 2010. Folk religions, including traditional and indigenous belief, represented 5.9% of the global population. Smaller categories such as other religions at 0.8% and the Jewish population of 0.2%. So overall, the presentation offered a comprehensive overview of global religious demographics in 2010, shedding light on the distribution, diversity, and cultural significance of major religious groups. Before we explore Karen Field's interpretation, let's briefly introduce her. Karen Field, 1995, presented a sociologist's definition of religion, emphasizing its observable nature and objective study of religious phenomena. Field iterates that religion is defined as an observable phenomena, meaning it can be studied objectively. This approach suggests that religious aspects are not exclusive or intangible, but are, in fact, observable and subject to empirical examination. According to Field, religion is constructed as an organized and ordered system. This implies that religious practices and beliefs are not random, but follow a constructed framework. The process of collectively attributing sacredness within a religious context serves as a catalyst for the creation of a united moral community.
So hello everyone, so my name is Rika Punay and I am the second reporter of the lesson 11. Okay, so affiliation motivation. So it is to have a positive social interaction with religion. So it is according to Van Capillian et al. 2017. No, so kabantay man tano sa kanang ingon ang pare nga peace be with you. So it means nga kanang nagahiusa ang tanan, no? So and by that kay we have a positive interaction sa ato ang community, no? And aside from that is when musimba mo gudta is kanang ma-motivate na to ang ato ang self, no? Instead nga dagang kitang problema nga kanang gidala-dala, and because of the motivation kay ma-grow na to ato ang self. So mo na siyang affiliation motivation. So religious coping, others affiliate with religion as a form of coping with situation. No, so kanang ang kuan man gud kay kanang when we believe in God, kung naa magud ta gituuhan, so ang atong ang mga gipangbati nga bugat or mga negative thoughts kay ato na siyang ma-express nato kay kanang nituo man gud ta nga naatay Ginoo. So in which ang Ginoo is kanang mo siya na guide nato. So ano siya ang religious coping. So spiritual experience, it is an outcome of the experience of the mystical and divine and celebration of the spirituality. So spiritual experience is a state of mind or being regarded by the subject as the beyond ordinary explanation, caused by the presence of God or some other religious or ultimate factor. So next is the religion in the age of globalization. So it is having articulated the meanings that people attach to religion and religious experience. So people are attracted to religion because it is provide believers the opportunity to satisfy all their basic desires over and over again. Next is the secularization. So it is the hypothesized demise of religion and its value in societies manifested, for instance, in the separation of the church and state. It is said that the secularization is the enforcement of secularism. Secularism, a philosophical view oriented toward the needs of a circular life beyond one's religion life. So, ang secularism is it is the ideology that says religion should not be involved with the ordinary social and political activities of country. So example is the country of India. So the country of India is the country that practices secularism, where the India has no official religion and aims to treat all religions equally under the law. Secularization hypothesis. So it is the demise of religion will happen alongside the rise of modernization. So ang secularization hypothesis is the belief that as society's progress, particularly through modernization and rationalization, religion loses its authority in social life and governance. The next is the two distinct perspectives related to secularization in the modern time. First is the notion post-secularization, or the return of religious consciousness in the public sphere. Second is religious modernity, when secularization is an active process emerging from social action. Next is the religious pluralism and tolerance. So it is one of the consequences and promoters of globalization is cultural diversity. So both religious pluralism and tolerance, it is do more simply accept without active opposition the divergent religious beliefs of others. Both will welcome and encourage the expression of religious difference. Both will be interested learning about the beliefs of others. So next is diaspora. So when we say diaspora, it is they when they were sent out from the land of Israel and scattered toward different parts of the world. So diaspora is being seen not only as the result of the negative experience, but also as the result of deliberate migration with a positive goal. So religious diaspora is a reality that can be identified in the case of people for which a specific religious from located in the country of origin becomes extraordinarily important. The next is cultural pluralism. The cultural pluralism, this is the phenomenon when a small group of a shared identity maintains their cultural practices as long as it aligns with the larger society's home. So, cultural pluralism is a promote to acceptance and appreciation of diverse cultural backgrounds, beliefs, and practices, emphasizing the quality and rights of all cultural groups. So the last one is the religious tolerance. So religious tolerance is it is allowing others to abide by their own religious practices and beliefs, such as consisting the establishment of places and worship. So, no, dapat yun na appreciate sila, and we need to appreciate them, their spiritual values, their beliefs, and practices. So, dapat ato lang sila dapat kanang dawaton jud nato sila, and then kanang dapat the important things is kanang ato sila to respect. So that would be all for my report. Thank you.
So, I am Arnie Kazan from BAED 1E and the last reporter for the Lesson 17 entitled The Globalization of Religion. So, today I am going to tackle about the religions of fundamentalism. So, it refers to the adherence to a religion's most traditional values and beliefs. And also, we have non-violent intolerance and violent intolerance. So, first is non-violent intolerance. It refers to extreme self-identification with a particular religion, while the violent intolerance involves direct use of physical violence and pursuing subjectively defined religious missions, including killing and destroying. And also, we have a globalization of religion. It is a process of alignment in this global religious situation. And deterritorialization, it speaks on the loss of the natural relation between culture and the social and geographic territories. We have also a transnational religious. It is a practices represent a type of transnational activity in which migrants engage. So, we have 4 forms of globalization suggested by Rudomitov 2013 to 2014. So, we have first vernacularization. It is a word to translate language into natural speech, particular to a people. And the second one is indigenization. It is a process of naturalizing indigenous knowledge system and making them evident to transform spaces, places, and hearts. And the third is nationalization. as the process of taking privately controlled companies, industries, or assets and putting them under the control of the government. And lastly, the transnationalization, or also known as transnationalism, it as a phenomenon in which there is an international interconnectivity that impacts society through economies, cultural exchange, and in some cases, political ideologies. So that's all for my part, and thank you.
So, to sum up our lesson, religion is a complex and fascinating topic that has been studied by scholars for centuries. People's personal interpretations of their religious experiences and commitments are also important to consider. As of what I've learned in our lesson, globalization plays a really crucial role in shaping the landscape of religion today. It facilitates communication and collaboration across borders, allowing religious communities to share traditions, resources, and perspective like never before. This interconnectedness fosters interfaith dialogue and understanding while also presenting challenges like cultural humanization.